Hello friends and welcome to our channel Art of Loving Money. Have you realized that this universe is dynamic and the changes around us happens due to the flow of energy? According to law of conservation of energy, energy transfers from one form to other form.
As long as we are alive, our body has an exchange of energy with the external world. From this exchange comes the power of giving. If you want to achieve something in life, first be willing to give the same to someone else. Let me try to explain this through some stories.
There was a simple man living a happy life with his wife and children. He would wake up every morning and worship God and follow a very strict routine. He was a hard-working person and would work very hard in his field. However, whenever he saw a wealthy person, he felt that a lot of things from his life are missing and he felt lacking. He complained to God about his destiny and said that God had not given him enough money or wealth, causing him a lot of misery and unhappiness.
One day, God decided to help this man with his problem because he was a devout worshipper. When God appeared before him, the man expressed his anguish and talked about the lack of wealth in his life and how he was suffering because of this. God thought for a moment and then gave him a cup, saying that every tear that fell into it would turn into a pearl. But the tears must be shed in sadness.
The man was thrilled and thanked God, but he could not produce any tears because he had never cried out of sorrow. So he began to deliberately make himself and his wife unhappy to collect tears and turn them into pearls. As a result, he became increasingly distressed and suffered injuries in his efforts. He eventually became very wealthy due to all the pearls he had collected, but he was so unhappy that he died of sadness.
However, the story does not end there. When his son saw all this, he decided that their family would never use the cup for themselves, but instead they would help others by collecting their tears and turning them into pearls to ease their suffering. Thus, he began to help the needy and go to different people to give away the pearls. People would share their happiness and wealth with him, and this made him lead a happy and prosperous life.
In conclusion, the law of conservation of energy applies not only to the physical universe but also to our actions and emotions. When we believe in the principle of giving, the word will come back to us. Therefore, it is essential to be mindful of our thoughts and deeds and strive to be a positive force in the world.
Now let's take a look at another story. This story begins with a kachori vendor's busy morning routine. This person had a small shop, and every day a large crowd would gather to buy his delicious kachoris. Amidst the busy crowd, there was a man who would come every day, have a kachori, look around, and then leave without paying. There was a general store across the street of this kachori shop, and the owner of the general store noticed this man and wondered why this person would come daily and never paid for his food. So, one day when he saw the same person, he called the kachori vendor and said, "Do you see the man in blue shirt? He comes to your shop daily and eat the food without paying. So, I am calling you so that you can catch him today and make him pay for his food."
However, the kachori vendor simply laughed and said he knew about that man already. He assured the general store owner that he wasn't worried and would explain everything later.
This left the general store shopkeeper very anxious. He waited for the crowd outside the kachori shop to thin out and then called him again in curiosity. He questioned, "Now please tell me why you didn't stop the man in the blue shirt from leaving without paying when you know about him."
The kachori vendor said, "I see this man sitting outside my shop daily and wait for the crowd to build up. He would pray to God to quickly build the customers' crowd in my shop so that he can come and have kachori. So in a way, he prays for my business to prosper. The man's prayers have actually worked and my kachori's business is booming. So I have no complaints about the man not paying for his food."
This story teaches us that we should change our perspective and think long term. Sometimes things that may seem bad at first can turn out to be very beneficial in the end. It's important to be patient and have faith in the power of giving and positive thinking. If you did like this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button.
See you in my next video, and until then, bye-bye.